Hello everyone! Welcome back to Mutele TV. My name is Kristen, and I'll be your chemistry tutor today. In today's lesson, we are going to solve a very important ECZ chemistry question on displacement reactions, ionic equations, observations, rate of reaction, and oxidation and reduction. So let us begin by first reading the whole question carefully. Question 6 reads, aqueous bromine reacts with aqueous potassium iodide in a displacement reaction. Part A reads, construct an ionic equation for this reaction. Before we write the equation, let us first understand what is happening. We are told that bromine is reacting with potassium iodide. This is a displacement reaction. In halogen, displacement reactions. A more reactive halogen displaces a less reactive halogen from its compound. Bromine is more reactive than iodine. So, bromine removes iodine from potassium iodide. Now let us write the ionic equation step by step. Step 1. Write the reacting particles. Bromine exists as Br2, iodide ions from potassium. Iodide are I-. So we begin with Br2 plus I-. Step 2. Write the products. Bromine gains electrons and forms bromide ions. Br- iodide loses electrons and forms iodine. I2, so products are Br- plus I2. Step 3. Balance the equation carefully. We need equal atoms and charges on both sides. Start with bromine. Br2 becomes 2Br-. Now, iodine. 2. I- become and I2. So the balanced ionic equation is Br2 plus 2. I- yields 2, Br- plus I2. That is the correct ionic equation. Now that we have written the equation correctly, let us move to part B, where we look at what we would actually observe during the reaction. Part B reads, state and explain one observation that would be made during this reaction. Observation. The solution turns brown. Why does this happen? This is because iodine is produced during the reaction. Iodine in solution has a brown color. So as iodine forms, the solution changes to brown. Now let us continue to part C, which talks about increasing the rate of reaction by heating. Part C reads, to increase the rate of this reaction, one of the solutions is warmed before reaction. Explain how an increase in temperature increases the rate of this reaction. When temperature increases, the particles gain more kinetic energy. They move faster. They collide more often. Also, more particles have enough energy to react successfully. So the number of successful collisions increases, and because of that, the reaction happens faster. Finally, let us answer the last part of the question on oxidation and reduction. Part D reads, state whether bromine is oxidized or reduced in this reaction. Bromine is reduced. Why? Because bromine gains electrons. From the equation, Br2 plus 2 E minus yields 2. Br minus gain of electrons means reduction. So bromine is reduced. And that brings us to the end of question A6. In this question, we learned how to write ionic equations step by step, how to identify observations, how temperature affects rate of reaction, and how to identify oxidation and reduction. If this explanation helped you, make sure you subscribe to Mutele TV for more simple ECZ chemistry lessons and more other subjects. See you in the next video.